What's up, everybody? It's your boy Dan. We're back in the building, man. Once again, man, with Let That Be Known Sports, man. We're here to talk about what's going on in the NBA, man, and how things are shaking out, man, in the playoffs, man. We're also here to talk about our brackets, man. We hope that you join in, man. We're going to have a lot of fun, man. Without further ado, but here's my co-host.
Hey, what's going on, fam? This your boy John. Go ahead and grab yourself something to drink. Oh, make sure you grab that bracket and let that be known. Sports. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, man?
Oh, man, nothing much, man. Nothing much. Just been keeping up with everything. I haven't watched every game, but I've been keeping up with everything and seeing how things are shaking out. I've been really paying attention to matchups. Like, that's the biggest thing I've been paying attention to. For everybody who knows, man, matchups is everything, man. When you're going through the playoffs, man, matchups can make or break a series. Matchups can make or break whether a team goes far in the playoffs. You can just get a bad matchup. And I think we have seen some of this happen to some teams, and we're gonna talk about it today, man. We're gonna dive deep into some of the teams, man, who might have found themselves in a bad matchup to start off with. And one team in particular is the Lakers. I think the Lakers might have found a bad matchup. And the only reason why it's a bad matchup is just the sheer size. And this is something that on this podcast here, we have been talking about throughout the year, that the only thing that would stop the Lakers is their size. Like, they don't have the size. And the reason why the size matters, if you go back and you watch the game a little bit, every post up, the Lakers have to help. That's how Minnesota got off on the threes. Minnesota was killing them on wide open threes because Lakers had to overhelp in the post because they're so small. So every time Julius Randle would go down in post, here comes the help. Minnesota knows this. Swing, open three. This is what helps. This is what hurts when you have a undersized team. Unless you have those type of defenders. The only team that I think that can get away with stuff like this is Golden State, because they have the X factor in Draymond Green. Draymond is just that type of dog where he can guard. He can hold his own guarding down in the post. But the Lakers just don't have that type of defender. LeBron is just not that no more. He's 40, so it's not that no more. Like, it really took a toll on his offensive production, having to deal with that, Julius Randle. Like, it took a toll on him. Like, I don't know what changes that can be made, but that's one that's gonna be problematic. To me, the best series is gonna be Denver and Clippers. I could actually see this one probably going 7. This is for stylistically and for its matchup. This is like the best matchup in the first round playoffs we had in a long time. Zubac plays Jokic probably the best of anybody in the NBA as of right now. He probably plays him the best. And no, you're not shutting Jokic down, but he just plays Jokic the best out of anybody. Because he negates a lot of Jokic's strength, which is bully ball, right? So he negates a lot of that. Kawhi Leonard is healthy, or I guess as healthy as he's going to get. James Harden showed up. Well, the unlikely X factor, Westbrook was an unlikely X factor in that game. So, man, tell us what you've been thinking about the playoffs so far, man.
This is definitely an interesting year, especially the way the matchups fell. Um, a lot of interesting series here. Um, and kind of surprisingly, a lot of blowouts the first game. Not saying that it's gonna be that the whole way through. It just I don't know if it was just due to the long layoff with the play in. I don't know if that had a part to play in it, but that was kind of interesting. Now I do have a little bit of a different take with the LA and Minnesota series. Um, I don't see that standing with Minnesota.
So
I
you don't think that LA is gonna have to keep helping?
I would, to be honest, I wouldn't.
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't. I would just let you Julius get off.
Yeah, I would. I wouldn't. I would
With
let Julius get off
close. If he gonna have 30, just give him
30.
30.
Yeah,
You know,
and
but
and, and we know that Julius isn't the most efficient player in the world.
well, he don't have to be because he's just bigger.
But
So
but
it ain't like he's working against,
yeah,
he's just posting up, turning around and shooting it. But this is how the Lakers have played for the majority of the second half of the season. They have doubled the post. Like we're Mavericks fans. Like when they played us, they double AD pretty much every time down in the post. Now they was able to get away with it,
yeah,
but when you're playing, good teams that have the right players, they're gonna make you pay for doubling,
yeah. I just
especially when you're doubling that. When you're doubling down in the post.
yeah. But yeah, man, there's been some interesting games, and like I do agree, man. That Denver and that Clipper series, that one was going 7.
That's a
I
good
could
series.
easily see that one going 7. That one's going to be a doozy there. Definitely going to be interested in watching that. Um, yeah, man, this is gonna these gonna be some interesting playoffs, man. How these gonna shake out, man. Yeah, I really can't see it's too many upsets, but we gonna see, man. Still early. Yeah, we're gonna see, man. This because I mean OKC they dogged about Memphis. Uh
I've seen that coming.
I mean they dog. I knew they was gonna, I got them, winning the series, but 51 points.
I seen that coming a mile away.
51 points, man. Ain't no grenades was thrown yesterday today. Them grenades was on ice. Um, but yeah, man, we'll get into that, once we, get into our brackets and things. Also, man, we'll touch on they unveiled the award finalists. So such as MVP, most improved, six man, them type of awards, and the ones they have in the finalists for that most improved. Uh, so we'll see defensive player of the year, who they have as finalists for that as well, man. Um, but yeah, man, let's just touch on these games before we get to our brackets, man.
For sure.
So of course, the Warriors and Rockets are still playing right now with the Warriors up
Mhm.
72-64 as of now. But we can start with, what's the earliest game? Was it
Um,
Denver and the Clippers?
so today, Saturday, it started off with the Pacers and Bucks.
Pacers and Bucks.
That was game one Saturday. That was the earliest game Saturday.
Yeah. So with that one, man, what are your thoughts on that? How that how that was gonna kind of shake out, man? What's your thoughts on
Um,
that game one?
it went like I did. I don't trust Doc Rivers, and I trust Rick Carlisle more. And
Mm,
Pacers are more healthy, and the Pacers, if they can get you to play their style of basketball, you're going to lose. I've been saying this for the past couple of years. if you're going to play, if you're going to make it a track meet, it's hard to beat the Pacers. They're one of the top teams in the league at playing that way. They was giving Boston problems because Boston kept trying to make it a track meet. It wasn't until Boston slowed the game down. Was like, wait a minute, like, like wait a minute, because Boston like to get up and down too and shoot threes, but that fell right into the game plan of Indiana.
Yeah,
because Indiana, that's basically pretty much the only way that they can really play because
facts.
they really have no half court option, really outside of probably Mouse Turner,
Siakam.
maybe Siakam, but they don't really have a really good half court type of offense. They're the most brilliant when they're out running, and Halliburton has the ball, and you have Toppin and Siakam and Turner running. Now that they are a handful, they are a handful to deal with.
Yeah.
And so, me personally, I picked the Indiana Pacers to win this series because
Oh boy.
one, Kyle Kuzma played 33 minutes, gave you zeros all the way down the board.
Oh, he had 2 fouls now. You missed that for that now. Yeah, 2 fouls.
Stuff like that, like you're just not gonna win playoff games like that, man. You're just not.
That's tough, man.
Like, you're just not gonna win playoff games like that. This is the time where you have to play your best basketball, man.
Facts.
And every game counts. You have to play your best basketball. And Indiana right now, to me, is just playing better basketball right now. And for me, knowing how Doc Rivers is, he doesn't change the game plan. Doc Rivers going to roll that same game plan right out there. And unfortunately, it's a bad matchup for Giannis. Because what Giannis like to do, he likes to run.
Mm-hmm.
Giannis don't really likes to play. He don't really like to play in half court. So Indiana's like, yeah, come on. Yeah, let's run. Let's pick the pace up. Which that hurts a lot of other guys like Kyle Kuzma. So that's my take on it. It was gonna be tough anyway, especially with Dame out. It was gonna be tough. And then even if he came back, I don't think he was gonna be in any kind of condition to really have a dominant effect on the game. Being out as long as he's been out. But especially with him out, it's just you don't really have a solid number 2 guy that you can lean on. Right now, Milwaukee is Giannis or nothing. So that's why I'm rolling with the Pacers, man.
Yeah, I can see that, man. Yeah. I don't know, man. I think this kind of especially that little spat they had at the end between Dame and Halliburton, man. Now, this is all contingent. Let me say this. This is all contingent on Dame coming back. And if he's somewhat decent.
I mean, Dame been out for what, 2 months? Almost?
Has it been 2 months?
It's pretty dang close to it. He missed all of March.
Yeah, but
probably missed most of February.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I just feel like, man, especially if that little spat they had, I think they kind of lit a little fire under him. So he's supposed to be back either game 2 or 3 for the series, man.
If Indiana win 2, it's over. If Indiana wins game 2 and they go up 2-0,
you think they'll finish it in Milwaukee?
It's over. It's not going past 5.
Yeah, I think they kind of lit. Like I said, I think it kind of lit a fire under Dame. So
I mean, they lit a fire on them, but like emotions is one thing.
Yeah,
But
but
having now if Dame was healthy and he was like, then we're talking about a different series, obviously, because of the the dominance that we know that Dame can have on a game.
yeah, I mean, this. I just think if if he's back playing in game 2 or 3, I think he'll be the difference for them. And this is based off of no logic whatsoever. This is clearly a hunch. Clearly a hunch. This is based off no logic.
Because
This is
what kind of
clearly a hunch.
condition would he be in if he run it? Indiana gonna run you.
I think he could slow the game down. Um, I think he could slow the game down. Um, compared to what they're trying to do, or what Milwaukee has to do now because they don't have, Dame isn't playing. I think it just kind of changed some things up for them. But like I said, please don't beat me up for this, y'all. This is clearly a hunch.
He going with Doc, man. He going with Glenn. I ain't
I
doing
ain't going.
it.
I ain't. I ain't going with Glenn. I'm going with Dame and Giannis.
I ain't rocking with it, man.
This
I
is not
ain't
a. This is
rocking
not a
with it.
Glenn take.
Now, if Dame had been hooping and he got back, if Dame was hooping like a week before the playoffs started, or 2 weeks,
And I think
then
he has, man.
I'm talking about in the actual game.
Oh,
I'll probably be rocking with Milwaukee
yeah.
because I'll probably be rocking with Milwaukee. But for him to be sitting out as long as he was, and to not know what kind of condition he in, and he ain't really played no live basketball like that, like I can't trust it.
Yeah, so we're gonna see how this is gonna unveil, man. But yeah, so I think game 2 is gonna be pivotal as well. How that's gonna shake out, man. Then this Clippers and Nuggets, game 1, man. It was one for the Bucks, man. The way that ended, with your boy Westbrook, man, getting a key defensive stop in overtime, man. Uh,
Their ex-coach Malone said it the best. Westbrook plays 100 miles an hour.
mhm.
Now this can be a great benefit to you, or it could be a detriment because he doesn't know when not to play 100 miles an hour. Like in fast break, he's going 100 miles an hour. Now that can be a benefit because he can get down there quickly. But as we've seen, he has lost games because he just simply just going too doggone fast. And it's like, why are you running that fast? But as we seen this past game, give him credit. His 100 miles an hour won them the game. He was able to get in there, deflect the pass, and Harden was able to hit it last. And that sealed the game for them. Plays like that, tough defensive plays, you know, plays that probably, a lot of plays that won't show up in the stat sheet, he's capable of making. And if he's hit that 3 out there, it makes Denver pretty much unbeatable. Just like when they had Caldwell Pope. When they had Caldwell Pope and Michael Porter Jr. on both wings, Denver was dang near unbeatable.
Yeah, it's good luck.
Because now Jokic is either going to play one-on-one or you're going to send help and one of them is going to get a wide open look. And I promise you, they just could not miss. I was so happy when they traded Caldwell Pope. I was like, thank you. Take one of the, I take an inconsistent shooter out there any day. I'll take and bravo to the Clippers. I would not change my game plan. The Clippers, if you did not watch the game, the Clippers did not guard Westbrook at all.
No.
They were sitting doubles at Jamal Murray on the at the top of the key. They was blitzing Jokic, they was blitzing Murray, and they was just totally done with just totally leaving Westbrook by himself.
Yeah,
Now,
man.
credit, he hit some of them or enough of them to have an impact on the game.
Mm-hmm.
But they're banking on like we don't think he can consistently do this. Now, if he can consistently do it, it's gonna be a full sweep. If Westbrook can consistently hit those, it's gonna be a sweep. Because if you're gonna have to if you have to blitz Jokic and Murray and Westbrook is open and he's gonna hit those, and then nothing you're gonna do. Unless you just gonna play Jokic just straight up. And that's hard for them to do because they essentially only have one big guy. And that's Zubac. So when Zubac go out the game, because they're gonna running Jokic 42 minutes a night.
Oh no, without a doubt.
He don't come out the game.
Without a doubt.
So he come out the game by 5 minutes. So what's your take on that, man?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's the same with Westbrook is like this saying we say, the same thing to make you laugh or make you cry.
For sure.
And tonight was one of the nights where you laughed. But that very next game, it could be what makes you cry.
It could. That's why this series is so good.
It's so good. You really don't know.
You just don't know what you're getting.
You just don't know what you're gonna get. Then also their supporting cast outside of Michael Porter Jr. played pretty well. Michael Porter Jr. was in jail with Kawhi on him. He only had 3 points.
Yeah, they took him to jail. But Braun went off. Aaron Gordon.
Gordon went off. In that dunker spot, man. It killed him.
I mean, he did a little bit of everything. He was driving. I mean, did you see his face?
Yeah.
Boy, like they tied his hands behind his back and just started jabbing him in his nose and under his eye.
Yeah, man.
Light skin problem, boy.
Yeah, he got that work, man. But yeah, man, this is going to be an interesting series, man.
I wouldn't be surprised to go 7.
Like, yeah, I think it is going to go 7, man.
Unless your boy Westbrook say, hey, unless he turned it to Reggie Miller. That's it.
I don't know about all that.
He turned to Reggie Miller, it's over.
Yeah, if he turned to Reggie Miller, then for the first time in 14, 15 years,
I would say this. Denver can win another championship. It all rests on Russell Westbrook.
It does.
Point blank, period.
It does.
The offensive production you're gonna get out of Westbrook is contingent on what Denver does in the playoffs. If Westbrook steps up and he becomes Westbrook of old, or even a fraction of Westbrook of old, because they don't need him to be crazy. He don't have to get no 20, 25 points. But they need him around that 15-point marker, pretty close around there. And they ain't going to be, dang, they're unbeatable. Especially with Braun shooting like he's shooting, Aaron Gordon going off, and then you got Murray and Jokic. Michael Porter just a casualty award.
Yeah.
He's doing his job. His job is to basically just be a decoy.
He's a pawn.
Because Kawhi Leonard can't leave him.
Mm-mm.
So do your job. Don't fight against it. Just take it. Just go to jail. We'll bail you out. We'll bail you out.
We'll put some money on your books.
We'll give you some commissary a little bit later. Give you some noodles and oodles. Go to jail. You're doing your job. Don't fight against that.
Just shut up and take it.
I know you want to get buckets, but we need you to be a decoy.
Hey, this is not your series.
We need you basically to make sure Kawhi Leonard stay out of the help.
Facts.
And that's your job. Just keep Kawhi out of help. Because if Kawhi's on a non-shooter, he's going to be all in the way.
Facts. That is a fact.
I know it because we played the Clippers. and Kawhi was guarding a non-shooter, and he was just in the way. He was just everywhere.
Facts.
Like, God dang, who is he guarding? But when you have shooters on the floor, then that keeps even good defenders keeps them. They have to be loyal. They have to stay true, and
Yeah.
that's what you're doing right now. So don't get frustrated in your job. I know you want to score, you want to shoot, but don't get frustrated. Don't be weary and well doing.
No, man, this is role right now, man, for sure.
Stay true to it, man.
Yeah,
It's
because it's
helping your
shocking.
team.
It's shocking, man. Westbrook only had one turnover. And
He
you know
played
how
good, man.
he played well, man. +7 on the night, man. I think Jamar Murray. This was it Jamal Murray first game back or prior to the playoffs.
Probably.
Yeah, so but yeah, man, this is gonna definitely be one of my most interesting matchups in this first round, man.
But it's gonna be a good. That's probably the best matchup, probably in the playoffs right now.
Yeah, and then man, that Knicks and Pistons game one, man.
That's probably gonna be a sweep.
Yeah, Pistons.
Shout out to the Pistons, man, for turning the season, turning the whole franchise around.
Yeah,
They was a laughing stock just a year or two
I
ago.
think I think they actually made history for having the biggest turnaround in a year.
It's impressive, man.
It's
Shout out to
impressive,
them,
man.
man.
I think they're still a game, but it's over. You can just tell.
It's gonna be
It just
hard, man. They
it's
just the Knicks playoff experience and the
yeah,
Knicks. You credit that with their talent. It's just
yeah,
gonna be hard to beat them.
yeah. So like I said, I think they're still one, but yeah, this is over. I don't see it going past 5. Um, yeah, man. When you got campaign hitting getting buckets all on you, man.
When
Yeah,
it comes to like the strategy of playoff basketball, and it's a lot different.
yeah,
Because when Brunson is getting so much attention and Cat is getting so much
much
attention,
attention. Yeah,
the guys know within the game plan, like I'm going to get open shots. It's almost like when Dallas went to the finals run last year, like PJ and them knew they was going to get open shots.
right.
So they just was ready. So like it's the same with campaign. He like, I'm ready. Like as soon as it come out here. So he's already in the right mindset. He's ready to shoot. He's ready to score when he gets it. It's the same thing with the Lakers in Minnesota. Like they knew the Lakers were going to help. So those guys were ready to shoot.
Yeah,
They were just like, man, we know y'all been doing this all season. We know y'all help. And y'all sometimes over help.
yeah.
We're gonna kill you.
Yeah, you gotta know when to help, man. Nah, it's just gonna be tough for him, man. They, like I said, shout out to him, man. They had a good year, man, but it's just the playoffs is different, man. It's a whole different beast.
Tough,
Yeah, and you know you're in trouble when Tobias is your leading scorer.
tough, man.
That's
And
tough.
the Knicks got some wing defenders that can get out there, you man. So
Facts. You
it's
got
gonna be tough on
Bridges
Cade.
and
You
Hart,
know,
OG. Yeah,
Hard OG Bridges. They got some guys that get out there, you man.
yeah, man. Get up
Um,
in you.
that's gonna be feisty with you, man. So it's gonna be hard on Cade.
Yeah,
Having to deal with those multiple defenders. You don't never get a break because they got so many.
yeah.
So
No, that's for sure, man. And then last but not least, from Saturday, man, you had Minnesota and LA, man. Them Lakers, man. Lakers got spanked, got manhandled. Man, it's just they wanted it more, man. They wasn't crying and begging for calls. They just played, man. What's your thoughts on it, man?
I just think that like the Lakers are going to have to be brilliant offensively to win this series, to offset everything that they're giving up on the defensive end. The rebounding, the post work, like they have a guy that can put in the post, like everything that you're going to be giving up, like you're going to have to be brilliant offensively. Um, and you got to have good strategy of when Julius is off the floor, you guys got to take full advantage of him being out of there, because Julius is right now has been the X factor with his ability to go down in the post. Is causing problems for you guys, and it's gonna do ant stuff. He's gonna, he's gonna do ant stuff. The question coming into the series is what is Julius gonna do? And right now, Julius is wreaking havoc because of just simply because he's forcing you to help. So he's wreaking havoc. He's messing your whole defensive strategy up. And Minnesota have very capable shooters. And don't forget this. They got good playoff experience.
They do.
So they know about the moment. They're not rattled. They're not gonna be hesitant to take no shots.
That's for
Like,
sure.
they're gonna be ready to play. So, I just think coming into it, I think this just was a bad matchup for the Lakers. And it's not that Julius can score in the post. It's his physicality in the post. Because with him being so physical, it's almost like if you don't help, he's gonna make you foul him. Because he's just so physical. He's been so physical in the post. I mean, when he gets it, I mean, he's leaning in. And it's like, if you're trying to give in the resistance, it's just tough, man. I think that what the Lakers are going to have to do, they start in Rudy Gobert and they start in Julius Randle at the 4. You're going to have to put Bron on Rudy.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to have to move Hayes over to Julius Randle.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to tell him this is your guy. We're not sending help. Play him straight up, no reaching. If he scores, he scores. But this is your guy. Bron, make sure you get Rudy up off the glass.
Yeah.
Finney Smith, I'm going to need y'all to contain Ant a little bit better. Don't give up both. Because he was shooting threes and he going to the cup. I'm going to need y'all to say, hey, give him something.
Don't give him both.
That's a tough thing, though. That's another tough thing that I think that hurts the Lakers. To have solid rim protection. Ant knows. That's why I said this is a hard series for the Lakers. You don't really have strong deterrent from him driving. He knows if I break you down, it's pretty much going to be a bucket. So, what you think, man?
This is definitely gonna be a tough series for LA, man. But I think you let Julius Randle eat. To me, he's not efficient enough, and he's a ball stopper. So once he gets that ball, he is not looking up, get nobody else involved.
He was passing that thing the other day. He was ready to 3.
But you think about it. Yeah, he had 5 assists, but he had 7 turnovers. He had 7 turnovers, and you know this, man. When you stop the ball, man, it for the whole team, it kills the whole team. Especially for their 3-point shooters, man, they need a rhythm. For their 3-point shooters, they don't have like a dead eye 3-point shooter. So if you let him get his, and of course, Ant's gonna get his some, but like you said, don't cut off one of the valves. Don't give them both. And I actually think, man, if you let Anthony Edwards sit out there and shoot threes, man, it kind of works in your favor in that sense. Yeah, he shot the three better this year, but it,
Shooting them up 40+%.
yeah, but I'm willing to live with that. Um, because especially, man, over 5, 6, 7 games, man, that start to wear on your legs, man.
I would say this: the only way the Lakers win this series is the Timberwolves lose it.
But that's the thing. And we've been saying this all year. They lack leadership.
I'm not saying that they can't lose it. I'm not saying that.
That they lack leadership, and I actually think that JJ Redick is smart enough as a coach to make some of these adjustments to pushing pressure on them. Now, of course, you can only do so much without back end protection, but I think he can make them play defense a little bit more than what they
And
present.
Ant mindset is the right mindset.
No,
Like this is the most focused I have seen him coming into a playoff. Normally he's joking around,
mm-hmm.
he's making jokes and saying this and that. He's coming into the series. When I seen what he said, I said, "Oh." When he said, "Yeah, we the underdogs. Everybody just expect LA to just come in and just dog walk us. We supposed to lose. So we playing like we ain't got like we don't have a shot." I said, "That's dangerous." When you got a team with a mindset like that, when they playing like we supposed to lose and they got a chip on their shoulder, that's tough.
Yeah, but I think, I still think number 30 is gonna be the reason that they gonna lose. In the way he plays.
It's gonna be interesting, man.
And then their lack of leadership. Because once it gets tight, that's when your leadership kicks in.
It's gonna be interesting because Bron, the work he had to put in defensively,
Yeah,
it hurt his offensive game.
But like he said, if they switch and put him on Rudy, that gives them a chance to rest on the defense end a little
You gotta
bit.
keep Rudy out their glass though.
Man, you put the hip on Rudy.
Man,
get him up out of here, man.
He can be a nuisance.
Get him out of there, man. But like it's gonna be an interesting series.
It's gonna be an interesting series, man.
For sure, man. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they gonna fare, how they gonna respond in game 2, man. And then on top of this, man, I've seen Luka do more with less.
No cap. Like Luka, the thing is, this is the thing. They're not losing because like offensive things.
Right.
They're losing just sure because of the defensive end. Like Minnesota just surely just having their way. They didn't lose because like, man, what they gonna do offensively? No, they lost because.
Let me ask you this. Would you start Finney Smith over Rui?
That's something they gotta think about.
Because you know how Finney Smith get down.
That's something
Me personally, I would. Because Rui he's too up and down for me. Yeah, he got good size, but he's too up and down. He's either hot or then he's like extremely cold. It's nothing in between. And to me, he's not. And to me, he's not.
He's gonna get the creative, man.
He's gonna have to get creative, man. We're gonna see what he's made of for sure.
This series, I might even consider bringing Austin Reeves off the bench.
But
and I would end up starting Rui and Finney Smith.
Go real big. Well, not real big, but
it's not real big. You put Bron at the 4. Put Rui at the 2, Finney at the 3.
You may just have to, just for the sheer size, man.
Just for sheer size. That way, on the pick and roll, the mismatches isn't such a drastic. Because if Julius gets the mismatch of Austin Reeves, like you're coming to help,
Yeah.
he's gonna
But
end up fouling Austin out.
and I seen something, man, and it baffled me. Yeah, we know they're a switching team, but they so easy to switch.
Well, because that's the only way to that's the only real way to deter the 3-point shot.
But I mean, they don't even try to like fight over the pick at
Because
all. It's
if you're fighting over it, if a team is hitting threes, you don't want to fight over the screen. It's almost like fighting over the screen with Steph Curry.
but it's well,
Like you're
you don't do
cooked.
that. But
So if a team is hitting threes, like the only way to negate it is to switch.
then they start to use it against them.
That's what I'm saying. It's a tricky matchup
So I mean,
because Minnesota is shooting
you have to
freaking.
mix it up a little
They're
bit.
shooting freaking lights out,
Yeah.
and you're trying to fight over the top of the screen. And L was just raising up and just cash, cash, cash. Every time he see you fighting over cash, and then he see you switch. Okay, now we're gonna mismatch hunt. So it's that's why I said it's a tough one for LA. It's tough.
Yeah, man.
Your LA is gonna need Minnesota to lose this because
Like,
it's tough.
it's gonna be tough. Yeah, that's tough, man, for sure.
Because you're fighting over, and those guys are hitting threes. You cooked. If you don't fight over, or whatever, you don't fight over or whatever, you just switch. Now they're gonna mismatch hunt.
Yeah.
So it's it's tough, man. I just would go big as I could, and I would just switch.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how this,
And I would just live with Julius Randle post work. I would
that's
just
what I
go as
said.
big. I would go as big as I can, and I would just switch everything. Just switch, take away the threes,
Yeah.
and just switch.
Switch.
But if
Yeah.
you're gonna fight over it, then you're gonna give guys good looks.
I just think you should mix it up a little bit. They didn't even mix it up. It was just all everything switched. But yeah, we'll see, man. That's how they're gonna fare with that, man. And then let's talk about your Grizzlies, man. I guess okay, see.
Ja left his pistol at home. Somebody should have messaged Ja. I'm like, man, where your firearm at, man? Where your pistol?
No grenade, nothing.
He didn't have no grenade. He ain't had no bullets. He out there with a gun with no bullets.
And then it got jammed.
I don't. I know most of y'all probably ain't never seen this movie. If you ever seen Rage in Harlem with Forrest Whitaker,
Oh man.
he's chasing some bad guys, and his stepbrother gives him a gun with no bullets in it. He's getting ready to go after the bad guys, and he has to stop and ask his brother, can he have a bullet for his gun? He has a revolver. So he flips the revolver open. He's like, I need a bullet for my gun. His stepbrother gives him one bullet. And that was Ja tonight. Ja flipped that revolver open, and there were no bullets in that revolver. So they had to go ahead and take that pistol on back to the locker room. Man, you can't leave your bullets, man. You can't leave your bullets.
Oh man.
But now OKC gave him an old-fashioned spanking. That's all it was. Just old-fashioned spanking.
Yeah, man. He definitely got brought back down to earth.
All the ACs are sorry this year. And ain't no ACs that are playoff teams. Any AC that would have got in would have got spanked.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a fact. I can't even argue with you on that, man. Yeah, they was smelling themselves after what they did to Dallas, man. But they got a rude awakening, man. And of course, Josh said they'll never play this bad again. And I'm like, yeah. So you might not get whooped by 51. It may be
Might be
30.
20. But you're gonna lose, man. Y'all gonna get
You're gonna
swept.
lose. You're gonna get whooped. So
Y'all gonna get
don't.
swept, man. And OKC is the type of team they don't always necessarily start off hot, but
Mhm.
boy, when they go on a run,
Run,
it's a run.
run
I mean, they can go on a 15-0 run easy.
easily. Yeah.
And you look up and you like, dang, they are 25. It was just close. Like when you watch the beginning of the game, it was close. It was like,
And what's so bad about it? Shea only had 15.
I know because it was a barrage. Like,
But I'm just saying, if he only had 15 and y'all lost by 51.
well, because Memphis plays fast.
Mm-hmm.
So OKC is getting out of run now.
Yeah. He gets that stop.
Shea only really gets his in the half court. That's when they just feed Shea. And he just goes one-on-one. But when they get out and get the running, now you involve everybody. Now you got Alex Caruso, Wiggins, you got Shed, you got all these guys that are, they're going to be an issue.
Man, and Memphis only had 2 players in double digits. Y'all cooked. Y'all are cooked. Sheesh.
Hey man, John lost his pistol.
somebody, man. Come on, man. Y'all help Ja find his pistol, man.
Adam Silver got that pistol. Ja, hand it over. But I can't cook without my pistol.
Ja, pistol.
He go back to the locker room, man. We gonna lose. Wow. They took my pistol, took my firearm.
What? Oh, come on.
I can't shoot a goddamn thing out here, man.
Feel naked about it.
You can still hit shots. It's not a shot unless I can fire my pistol. That man Ja don't want to hit a shot without firing that pistol. Now he throwing grenades. He don't want to hit a shot without throwing a grenade. I don't know what his obsession is with firearms and his need to be able to brandish a firearm and his need to be able to celebrate with a firearm. I don't know what that exception, what his obsession is with that. But man, you need to go to therapy.
I may need a mentor, man.
Jeez. Find another celebration, man.
Good grief.
Obsession with firearms. You grew up in the suburbs. I don't know what this is. But it's okay. OKC they gonna whoop it out of you.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you can go to the gun range all you want after this.
They gonna
all you want.
They gonna get you right. They gonna get you right. OKC finna run y'all up out the gym,
Just give you about a weekend. You can brandish all the guns you want to out there.
He finna run y'all up out the gym, cuz.
Yeah.
No cap.
And then, yeah, man, we had Boston and Orlando, man.
Knew how that was gonna go.
You know how that was gonna go, man. This, especially you got old White, man. He hit you for 30.
Can't stand him.
I can't either, man. He got a punchable face, man. Like he just wants somebody. You just want to. I know that's kind of violent, but then he got one of those faces like one of.
I can't stand role players that play like stars. I hate that.
We did role players that actually just show up.
No, they don't just show up. They play like stars, like giving you 30. I don't like that. And this is the reason why I don't like it. I don't like it because if we was to put you on your own team, you wouldn't be doing this crap.
Absolutely not.
If we put Derek Wright on the freaking Wizards and say, okay, you're gonna be the star of this team, he wouldn't be doing none of that. He'd be averaging 10.
Yeah, man. I guess it's just that comfortability of knowing that I'm not the go-to guy. So he plays free.
That's why I just hate it.
He plays
I
free,
can't
man.
stand it. The Golden State Warriors used to be like that.
Yeah.
Where like it seemed like everybody on their team just can't miss a three. And then when they go other places, it's like, oh, there you go. Like Jordan Poole, he left. Like, oh, when he with the Warrior, I mean, he cooking, icing, shaking and baking. Went to the Wizards. Man, averaging 10 points. Like, man, what's going on?
Yeah, man. And that freedom gone when you the face of the franchise or you the go-to guy, man. That's pressure. Everybody don't do well with pressure like that.
I'm like, my gosh.
Yeah, everybody don't do pressure like that, man. Yeah, man. Shout out to Orlando, man. Y'all had a somewhat decent season, especially with the injuries y'all had, man.
Yeah, y'all did have some freak injuries, man.
With Paulo and then Wagner, man, they was out for an extended period of time. So they fought their way through the play-in, but
for sure.
But y'all cooked. Ain't no way around that, man. And then I think this. No, I'm not. I ain't gonna even say that.
What's that?
The Cavs and the Heat. That's gonna be another.
It's gonna be a sweep.
It's gonna be another cooked series. Everybody from Cleveland was just cooking.
Cleveland can have an off game. They still gonna win. This is gonna be a close game.
I mean, it's just yeah.
Miami just don't have a superstar.
And facts, they don't. And so yeah, they Ty Jerome gave them 28 off the bench.
That's the stuff I'm talking about. That's the stuff like that's irritating.
Yeah, he gave him 28 off the bench. And what's the deal with Terry Rozier, man? Is he
playing?
He didn't play today.
He didn't play today?
He was a DNP. That makes no sense to me.
Must be coming from Pat Riley.
That makes no sense to me.
He don't piss Pat Riley out, but they need him.
In the worst way.
They need him. He's a guy that can get his own bucket. They need him. Pat
Riley, boy, Lord.
Pat Riley, he'll sabotage the team before he win it if you piss him off.
I guess that's what happened because
that man had a big three in Miami. Got pissed off and sabotaged the team.
Then had Jimmy Butler, then put nobody around him.
Sabotage.
Then you got somebody over there that can help. Not saying they're gonna win. He's gonna win the series, but he'll help. And Terry Rozier, and you won't even play him. Even I think the kid I think he's decent. Jaime Jaquez.
Did he play
1 minute? So pretty much in garbage time. So it's like
I don't know, man.
But we'll move on to the last game of the night, man. Warriors and Rockets. Warriors pulled it out 95-85. I think this series is probably gonna go 6.
I said 5. I can get the Rockets 1. I think it's gonna be a gentleman sweep.
Oh,
they had a good series. They had a good year. This is just it's not a good matchup for the Rockets because of Şengün can't dominate how they need him to dominate. They really rely on him to really dominate games, and he just can't do that. Now he's gonna have some points, but they need him to be a force in there, and he's just not. He's not going to be able to do that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, this is. Well, let me ask you this: who would have been a more favorable matchup for Houston?
For the Rockets, I think a more favorable matchup for the Rockets would have been if they was able to get Memphis.
That would have been that would have been a heck of a series.
It would have been a really, really good series.
Yeah, that would have been a heck of a series there for sure. That would have been very entertaining.
Another good series. They got Timberwolves and Rockets. Would have been a good series.
That would have been fun because you know what's gonna come out of that.
Chippy.
It would have been
fighting
for sure. Yeah, man.
They just can't handle Golden State's not only skill level but experience. Yeah. And then Golden State has the ultimate enforcer in Draymond. Like he's just not going for it.
That's a fact. Yeah, because Şengün, he had 26, but when you got when Draymond is on you like that.
Because what they're doing is just gonna play you straight up. Hey, Dre, this your man. Play straight up. He get 26, you won. Mm-hmm. Cool. And he only had 1 assist. That's how you know they playing straight up. Because if they was helping, he'll have at least 7, 8 assists.
Mm-hmm. And then he had 5 turnovers.
This is what the Lakers are missing. Somebody who can just play. Hey, you play straight up. We're not sending no help. The Lakers, the Warriors sent 0 help. So much so that Jalen Green only had 7.
Well, you had Jimmy Butler on him, so I'm assuming that. So you know how that comes and go.
VanVleet only had 10. That lets you know, like, they're not sending help. Like, so guys aren't getting open shots.
Yeah.
Like normally how they would be throughout the season because teams are helping.
And they don't have a guy that can just get a bucket.
Like they do, but it's hard, especially in the playoffs now, because the refs aren't giving you tic-tac fouls.
No, it's a different ball game in the playoffs.
So that's why I said it's a bad matchup for the Rockets. Because Şengün can't be Şengün.
No,
like he's gonna score, but he can't help his teammates out.
Yeah.
In order for Şengün to have a true impact, he's gonna be having to average dang near 35 to 40 points.
Yeah.
To where they like, we gotta help. like almost like a Shaq level. Like Shaq was like giving you 35, 40, like we gotta go help.
Yeah.
We can't because he just single-handedly winning this thing.
Yeah.
But if Şengün gonna give you 25 to 28, you live. I live with that. And we just shut everybody else down.
Yeah. And that's what they did. They shut all the other valves off. Now this has been interesting. I've been kind of keeping an eye on this for Golden State, like their past, I guess 5 to 10 games, man. Including the playoffs, man, playing. Jonathan Kuminga has been racking up these DNPs, man.
They ain't playing, buddy. And I knew it was gonna hurt him when they went and got Jimmy Butler.
I mean, he's not even touching the floor at all. You think it kind of got something to do with his deal coming up?
When he didn't take that first contract offer, I said this is probably the worst thing he could have probably ever done. When Golden State offered him that first contract, when they offered Kuminga that first contract,
he should have took it.
And he didn't take that deal. They just burying him on the bench. So now your stock is going to be so low to
Jimmy.
wherever you thought you was gonna get on the market, it ain't gonna be there.
And then what they offered you, they
It
don't.
ain't gonna be there because your numbers ain't there because you're not playing.
Boy, they buried Buddy, man.
Like this is the sick games that teams can play with you. So like you have to be careful. The only way that you can bargain like that is if you just flat out one of those dudes.
Yeah.
Like if you're a Steph Curry, then yeah, you can be like, hey man, I ain't taking that. You
Yeah.
know, you have to be one of those guys on the team. But right now, he's just a role player now. With the
Yeah.
hopes of having a potential to be maybe an all-star one day. That's just the potential.
That's gonna be tough now, man, especially with Jimmy, and then they just extended Jimmy.
I mean, he cooked in Golden State. He gonna have to get up out of Golden State. Just flat out. Just point blank period. Kuminga, if he wants to revive his career, he's gonna have to get out of Golden State. But it's not gonna be with the money that he had
Oh
hoped
no,
to get.
he
All of
especially
this is just about money.
it's a money play, man.
They offered him a deal. He thought the money was too low. And he wanted bigger money. And so Golden State was like, oh, okay, we'll show you.
No, man, unless you one of those 1% players, man, just undeniable. You can't play like that. Because they would do just like this. They would bury you on the bench. If they come back and lowball you less than what they offered you previously.
And then when they did play him, like he just wasn't racking up any stats to really justify
Well, they
his
kind of
case.
put him in there with Jimmy, and so him and Jimmy is kind of they in that sense, as far as where they attack is similar.
It's similar, but only difference is Jimmy has a mid-range game,
Right.
and
And
Jimmy 3-pointer, although he doesn't shoot it a lot, he's capable.
you still have to respect it.
You know,
And Kuminga is
versus Kuminga,
downhill.
he's just strictly all downhill.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a mid-range game. His 3-pointer is really hit or miss. So, like, Jimmy Butler is who they hope Kuminga can become.
Mm-hmm. No,
But I'm not sure if he will, simply because I'm not sure if he's willing to go through what Jimmy went through to get there. And what I say when I say that is a lot of people don't remember Jimmy early days in Chicago.
Facts.
Jimmy was riding the pine.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy couldn't play because he couldn't shoot.
Couldn't shoot. He was real raw.
He was just raw. He was just a flat out just defensive guy, athletic guy.
Just played hard.
He just played hard. He really had no offensive game to him. He wasn't polished at all. And so Thibodeau just really just wasn't messing with Jimmy. And that's really where their beef kind of started. And they end up rolling over into Minnesota later. But it started there in Chicago, where Jimmy got drafted out of Marquette.
Mm-hmm.
And he just was real raw. And Jimmy just took what they gave him and he just kind of built himself up.
Yeah.
And just worked on his game until it became undeniable that, like, we need this guy.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess it's, the step they took the step he took in that direction, it wasn't in the same direction that Jimmy was starting out. So hopefully this is kind of a wake-up call, man, that you're gonna have to just kind of just put your head down, man. Maybe, go to another team, even though you're gonna take less, and just kind of build up from there, man. If not, you just gonna wither away.
Work on your game. Flat out. Just work on your game, man. Your game will speak for you.
Facts.
That's what ended up happening for Jimmy. Like his game just spoke for him to where he got to, when he got to there, it was like, okay, yeah, Jimmy All Star. Like
Yeah.
his game spoke for him. He was never going to be the most popular because Jimmy really wasn't supposed to even be a star. Jimmy was
That's
supposed to be a lifelong role player, a lifelong 3-and-D guy.
and not even a 3-and-D guy, just a D guy, because he didn't shoot.
Well, I'm saying that his ceiling was for him to
Yeah.
eventually become a 3-and-D guy.
Yeah.
That's what the Bulls were just hoping, to pair him alongside of D Rose to be a high level 3-and-D guy. But Jimmy kept elevating his game till it was like, I wonder who team this is. D Rose always hurt, and they left room open for Jimmy. Now Jimmy's kind of carrying the team.
Yeah.
Now D Rose come back. Now it's kind of like, Now D Rose is looking expendable.
And he's been injured.
So that's just kind of how that goes.
Yeah.
Kind of how you bred yourself. But Jimmy would never have the popularity vote because he was never bred to be that. And so he's never going to have that fanfare of like guys who are supposed to be stars.
Right.
Like you take it for like a Wemby, like they didn't make playoffs, but Wemby still got more stardom than Jimmy.
That's true.
So when Wemby asked you to become the star that they are banking him to be, you can only imagine his stardom and his fanfare.
Yeah. We're going to see over the next few years for him, man.
I guess we can get into these brackets, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir,
get
man.
into these brackets and try to see where we're going at, man. And where we got team slotted at, and what we who we got going all the way, and who we got taking what series. And
hey, you ready, man? You can start with your bracket, man. And
all right.
Let you go with it, man.
Do you have it? You have it loaded up? There it go. Okay, so this is my bracket. So I have the Celtics winning. So obviously on the west side, if you look on the west side, the Thunder Grizzlies, I have the Thunder coming out. The Nuggets Clippers, I have the Nuggets edging that out. I think Jokic is just going to be brilliant. He's in the heart of his prime, and I just think he's just going to be a force. He's probably the closest thing we got to Shaq, to where he's just such a force offensively with his scoring and playmaking. I think he's going to edge that out. Now, this is one that's controversial, the Lakers and Timberwolves. I have the Timberwolves edging this out in a long series.
Oh.
Now Rockets, Warriors. Now that's Lakers, Timberwolves. That's not, assuming no injuries. Now I seen Ant was limping. Now if Ant hurt, it's a totally different series. I ain't sticking by that. This is assuming that everybody's healthy. Now the next one is the Rockets, Warriors. I have, like I said earlier in the show, I have the Warriors taking a gentleman sweep here. I have them taking this in 5 games. Moving on, it's the Warriors and Timberwolves. I have the Timberwolves taking the Warriors.
Oh.
In a shocking upset. I have the Timberwolves taking them. And up here I have the Thunder and the Nuggets. I have the Thunder taking the Nuggets. And I have the Nuggets. I have Timberwolves and Thunder in the Western Conference Finals.
Uh-oh.
Shea versus Ant-Man. It's going to be must-see TV. And the ratings are going to be high.
Uh-oh.
Now on the East side, Cavaliers Heat. Obviously, I got the Cavaliers coming out and probably a sweep. The Pacer Bucks. I got the Pacers coming up out of that, which probably is going to be a long series. Knicks Pistons. I got the Knicks coming out of that with a gentleman sweep. Celtics Magic. I got them coming out with a sweep. Celtics Knicks. I got the Celtics coming out of that in 6 games. Cavaliers Pacers. I got the Cavaliers coming out in 6. And then the Eastern Conference Finals, I got the Cavaliers and the Celtics, which is the matchup everybody been wanting and everybody's gonna want. And I got the Celtics edging them out in 6. I just think that the Celtics perimeter defenders are going to be too much for Donovan Mitchell and for Darius Garland. With Drew Holiday, Jaylen Brown, Derek White, I just think they just got a lot to throw at them. And I think it's going to be hard for what's their center?
Cal Center. You got Mobley and you have Jared
Allen. I think it's going to be
Jared
hard for
Allen.
Jared Allen with him having to step out on the perimeter to deal with Porzingis. I think it's going to be tough. That's going to be tough. And obviously, I have the Thunder versus the Celtics in the finals. And I have the Celtics winning again. This one going 7.
Oh, and a win for it all.
So this is my little one with little knowledge. You know, I have, like I said, we haven't got a good sample size of the series. And obviously matchups make the series what they are. And
yeah,
but this is what I have just on first glance of watching some of the first games. This is what I have. So
okay.
we can get into John, see what he cooking up, what he working with.
All right, let's see what we got. All right, so we're gonna start in the West. Start with them Thunder and Grizzlies.
Okay.
We already said that the Grizzlies gonna be cooked. Thunder is gonna sweep them. 4 or 5 at the bit. No, this is gonna be a sweep. Nuggets and Clippers, man, I do have the Nuggets edging it out. I think Jokic being the best player in the league, he's just too much, man. For them Clippers, man. He's gonna figure a way to get it done. Lakers and Timberwolves. I have the Lakers. As I stated before,
I want the Lakers so bad because I'm a local fan. I want the Lakers. I was like, man, if I pick them, I'll be picking with my heart.
In a sense, I am, but at the same time, like I said earlier, man, Luka's done more with less.
But he's always had a true center, man.
Yeah, but I just think, man, he's gonna figure a way just to really, like, even though he had 38 last game, he's gonna really just like put his thumbprint on the game, on this series. And so I think that, and I think, man, like I said, I think JJ Redick is a good coach. He's smart, and he's gonna figure some things out, at least enough to get them by. Because it is gonna be a tough series. I'm not, it's gonna easily go 6 to 7 games, for sure. Then have the Rockets and the Warriors, man, and the Warriors are just gonna be too much. Draymond is the X factor. In this series, man. He's gonna neutralize Şengün. He's not gonna allow Şengün to be a playmaker. He'll let him, get his points. But as we've seen today, when you guys, 5 turnovers or 7 turnovers and 1 assist?
1 assist, yeah.
You basically ineffective. That's what you want, man. So he cut off everybody else's food. So going back up top, so we have the Thunder and the Nuggets. And I just think the Thunder is going to be too much for the Nuggets. They're just too much firepower for for the Nuggets, man. And I can see that's probably going to go maybe 6.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then we have the Lakers and the Warriors, and then I have the Lakers edging out the Warriors. Um,
If the
and
Lakers
that's
if the Lakers play the Warriors in the next round, I definitely got the Lakers.
so I think it's just gonna that's really is gonna be a matchup issue there. And so then I have the Thunder and the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals with the Lakers edging out the Thunder. Um, and I think at that point, I think it's going to be more so due to experience at that level because the Western Conference Finals is a different beast than the first and second round. And OKC hasn't been there. Well, this version of OKC hasn't been there. And so you have players on the Lakers who has quite a few players on the Lakers that have. Of course, you have LeBron, you have Luca, you have Dorian Finney-Smith,
Got Austin Reeves.
Austin Reeves.
To the Western.
So you have quite a few over there that's been on that stage, and so know what that's like. That's a different beast over there. And then on the east side, man. So of course, Heater cooked. Yeah, the ACs has been terrible this year.
Yeah, it's terrible, man.
So that's pretty much just going to be a sweep. Especially they only play all 8 players that can help. So then I have Pacers and Bucks. This is my controversial pick, man. Out of my whole, this can really like destroy my bracket.
John riding with them Bucks, but I don't know why. He can't even fully justify
And I
why he
can't.
rides with them.
This is all a feeling. I can't even justify it. It's just a hunch. This is my hunch pick that the Bucks is going to find a way to edge out the Pacers to move to the next round. Then I have the Knicks and the Pistons. That's done. That's going to be done in four or 5. And I'm being generous with the 5. Yeah, Pistons, they had a good run, but yeah. Then I have Celtics Magic sweep. That ain't that's gonna make quick work out of them. And then the Cavs and the Bucks, man. I have the Cavs gonna advance to the Western Conference Finals, man. They're just gonna be too much for the Bucks. Just too much firepower, man. And the Bucks, like I said, they're gonna edge out. I think they're gonna edge out in the round 1, but when they get to their second round, that's it. Knicks and the Celtics, man. Just kind of just a bad matchup, man. Knicks they good, man. It just if they would have faced, I think if they would have faced anybody else, it would have been different, man. But Celtics, man, it's just too much firepower, and then the way they can defend, perimeter wise, man, it's just tough, man.
They got a lot of bodies to throw at
A
you,
lot of
man.
buys, and then they got size as well. So I'm taking the Celtics, and I have Celtics and Cavs in the Eastern Conference Finals with the Celtics. Getting to the finals, going against the Lakers. So you got 2 of the most storied franchises in the NBA going head to head, making history. So you have Luka in the biggest trade in sports history, getting to the finals, going back up against the Celtics, who was his foe a year ago when he was with the Mavs. Makes great ratings through the roof, but I do have the Celtics pulling it out. I think the Celtics just got too much this year. That's my champion, man. But my bracket can be all broken.
We ended up with the same. We ended up getting to the same place. Logically, I don't know where he went logically in the midst of this other bracket. Now everything else ended up in a logical standpoint to where if you look at these teams and what they bring to the table as of right now, I don't know how the heck he's picking the Bucks.
It's a hunch, man. It's all I got.
I might can give him the Lakers, but logically, like I said, the Timberwolves are gonna have to freaking lose that series because we knew this going into the playoffs that the Lakers just their kryptonite was the size. They just didn't have it. And unless you got a guy like a Draymond Green, it's going to be hard to get around that. Draymond Green is like that Dennis Rodman type of guy who, no, he's undersized, but god dang it, he played like a center.
He do. Man. Yeah, like I said, man, I just being a Luka fan,
I'm a Luka fan too, and and this is the thing. Don't get this wrong. I'm hoping the Lakers win it all for more than just one reason. I want them to win it all because I'm a Luka fan, and I want them to win it all because I want to poo on the Mavericks Association
facts.
franchise, specifically Nico and ownership.
Yeah.
So don't get me wrong. As a Mavs fan, I'm pulling for Luka. So if he can somehow magically get them out of there, I'm riding with him. But logically speaking, I just don't know. I just don't see it, man. It's gonna be hard for them to do it. It's just gonna be hard, man. Unless they just and LeBron can't be offensively brilliant because of what they're asking him to do defensively. And Austin Reeves was in jail. They probably gonna put Elwas on him and gonna have him in jail. So I just logic. I don't know what Jonathan's getting it wrong. Only person that's gonna go off consistently is Luka, because can nobody shut him down. But I just don't see where he's getting how he's getting logically beyond the heart. Like I get the heart, like this is what I want to happen, and I just wanted to find a way for it to happen. Like
so like I said, man, for the Lakers, man, I just think they're gonna adjust and let Julius Randle just do him. And like I said, he doesn't play team ball by no means. And you shut that valve off of everybody else or the role players per se, it could potentially be a different series. Of course, Ant's gonna get his, but if you shut off them other ones that your 3-and-D guys, that's gonna be a different series, I think.
I mean, it's the driving aspect because you have no deterrent at the rim. Like there's no one down there that Ant is scared of from attacking the rim, or that he's gonna be weary or leery of going inside, or that's gonna make him hesitant.
Yeah, I just
like the biggest thing against the Timberwolves last year, like when Dallas played the Timberwolves in the Western Conference Finals, like Ant was hesitant to go inside because you had two big old twin towers in Lively and Gafford. So it was like resistance there.
But like a lot of times in these games, man, and I even seen it this year with Minnesota. He's beginning to fall in love with that three.
He ain't beginning. He don't fell in love with the three.
And it's anybody know once you begin to fall in love with that three, you tend to kind of just fall and sit on that and not drive as much. And I think that's gonna kind of come and bite them back when they least expect it. He's gonna get cold.
Think about
it. Think about history.
And this goes back to what I said. If the Lakers win, Timberwolves will have to lose it.
And what I say, Timberwolves is lacking.
I don't think the Lakers could beat the Timberwolves.
No, it's not gonna be head up, but it takes a lot of more factors than just head up. Yeah, you got leadership, which Minnesota don't have.
I don't know, man. You heard Ed,
bro.
Mike Conley, you heard Ed. You heard Conley.
Conley ain't no leader. Because when they needed leadership last year, where was Conley? Conley just not that. Yeah, he's a good vet, but he's not a leader like that. And so I think,
You got Rudy Gobert. You
man,
know,
watch
keep
out.
things in check.
Watch out, bro. Gobert is he's a borderline liability at 7'6". You see, they don't even give him the ball. They don't even look for him. They tell him to watch out. He be wide open. They don't. But yeah, I think that's gonna. I think more so than anything, I think leadership is gonna want to be their downfall this year. Yeah, now if it just straight head up, then yeah, I can see, just straight up head up, yeah. But I think other factors is gonna come into play.
We should see, man. Or is
We shall
JJ gonna
see.
hit that first year coaching wall? Like those are factors.
Those are factors, but
He's a rookie coach. This is his first time coaching in the playoffs.
yeah, but think about this. Last year when we played Minnesota and their lack of adjustments when we played them.
They had a lack of adjustments. I mean, Minnesota don't need adjustments. Minnesota just needs to be consistent because they're not facing a team that can really give them problems. Like you don't have Anthony Edwards kryptonite. Like you're not facing something that Ant would give Ant problems.
But who's gonna keep them focused and keep them locked in like that?
I told you, man. You got Rudy Gobert. You got
You don't even believe.
Rudy ain't playing no game, man. He heard y'all talking about his Defensive Player of the Year awards. And Rudy out, man. He got a chip on his shoulder, man. He done been choked out. Rudy done been choked out. He done been slapped. He done been called everything but a child of God. Rudy got a chip on his shoulder, man. Rudy gonna take this series over. He gonna take the series over, man. Rudy gonna get 15 boards a night, man.
Come on now, dog.
10 points.
Come on, man.
Rudy gonna go 10 and 15.
I don't know what's in Dan cup over there. I don't know what Dan is sipping on. Thinking this man is gonna change the outlook of this series.
Rudy finna get his respect.
Man, they don't even respect him in his own country. He don't even get no run in his own country. You think man?
They had Wemby, man. He just couldn't. He was in the way.
That man don't even get run in his own country, man.
He gonna get some respect this year, man.
Whatever you sipping on, I want some of that too. How much you gonna average again?
Rudy Gobert gonna have 10 points and 15 rebounds and 3.5 block shots.
Y'all hear to hear, folks.
And 4 fouls. Now he take this thing over. Now y'all don't say nothing about y'all give Rudy that respect. Hey man, Rudy gonna win a series for you, man. And I think it's gonna be this one.
Oh goodness,
it's gonna break the Laker fans' heart because you're gonna really look at him like, man, Rudy really won this series, and they gonna say the same thing. If we had a center, man, we would have won this series. And Rudy gonna have Laker fans saying that all summer.
Oh shoot. Oh, y'all hear it here, folks.
It won't be no Lakers in 5. I'm sorry, Shannon Sharp. I'm sorry, Gil Arena.
Nah, ain't gonna be no Lakers in 5.
It won't be no Lakers in 5.
I said either 6 or 7, but yeah.
It would be Lakers in 9. probably in 9 more months, y'all have a shot to win the title. But it won't be this year, man. And I'm rocking with you, man. I'm a Luka fan. If it's anybody that my team out of, if it's anybody that I wanted to win, is Luka.
Yeah. Oh, and I found this funny the other day. It's just kind of funny how it kind of feel. The Mavs were eliminated 77 days after the Luka trade.
Man, God
How
don't play.
ironic.
God do not play, and God don't like ugly. And
And y'all some ugly.
the look that Nico gave was ugly. Did you see the camera pan right to him when AD got hurt? The
Boy, he was sick.
Cameraman diabolical. Whoever worked for ESPN is diabolical. They said.
And he was sick, boy.
And he knew it was on him because the look he gave was like.
He was sick.
He was like.
You gotta get a little more stanky. It's like a.
He was looking like, man.
And then this, for whatever reason, he had his head just tilted like.
That man there thought, you talking about not only probably one of the worst trades of all time, but you talking about something not working out as much as it not work. Like this couldn't have went worse than it had. Like this went by the worst you can dream of, where every player on your team is hurt for a long deranged period of time. Probably your best player or second best player on the team gets an ACL. Your other best player is limping every night. Like this just couldn't have went where I know Jason Kidd is done. I know Jason Kidd, like, bro. I built a championship culture, and overnight, it's gone.
Yeah.
Could possibly go wrong. As it turned out, everything.
From when Jason got here, from what he's been able to do with the teams he got, from when he got here, and it's just gone.
Just that fast.
1, 2, 3, Cancun.
Facts.
Man, that is what it is, man. We're going to keep y'all updated, man, on what's going on in the playoffs, man. We're going to be watching closely. We're going to be watching our brackets too, man, seeing what transpired, man, seeing what upsets happen, man. I love when upsets do happen because it makes it more interesting for basketball, man. We're going to see if we have any stars in the making, man. Sometimes stars pop out in the playoffs, man. So we'll see, man, what's going to happen, man. But stay tuned, man. Watch us closely. We're going to keep you updated, man. And remember, man, follow us on all social media platforms, man, and let that be known, man. Follow us on Let That Be Known. And remember, it don't cost you anything to like, share, or subscribe, man. So remember, hit that button, man. You go tell a friend, tell a cousin, tell an uncle, tell a brother about Let That Be Known, man. But until next time, peace out, man.